win 'em, gotta win 'em all. Gotta. Okay. That guy wasn't paying attention. He was in La La Land. Alright, Lightbridge. Look at that Tron shit. Look at that Tron shit. I love it. Nice monster closet. Don't worry, I'll deal with you little guys in a second. There we go. All clean. Alright, let's get going. No response, Chief? I guess that brings me to a new point. Chief never talks in gameplay. He only talks in cutscenes, which I think is a good idea. Honestly, I don't mind it. However, I have heard people say it's like, thanks. Yeah, some people are just born looking like Far Cry 1 characters. Alright, that works. Come on, boys. Mm-hmm. Stick close. Oh, hey, Johnson, is that you? Oh, good to see you, buddy. Glad to see you're not dead. Alright, let's go. Kabah. You guys coming? Oh, you guys are already running into trouble, aren't you? No, you're not. It's all good. You'll be okay. Ow! Okay, I guess we're going this way. I'll just follow you. You seem to know where we're going. I thought I was the explorer who leads the way. But yeah, I don't really understand why people feel the need to project so hard onto the character. But I don't know if it's something that people want to do. That's fine. Pardon me. Oh damn, are we down to that few so far? Poor guys. That looks like we're all that's left, buddy. That was fast. Jeez. What's this thing? Weird, okay. Are we clear? Oh, hey, 343, how's it going? I like 343. His voice is fun. He's a fun character. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. He done. He deaded. I wasn't expecting a Wasteland remake to come out before a System Shock remake. That's the bummer. I don't know what's going on with that remake, though.
I am the monitor of Installation 0. I am 343 Guilty Spark.
Yeah, 343, I'm tired.
Someone has released the flood. My function is to prevent it from leaving this installation, but I require your assistance. Come, this way.
I woke up multiple hours too early.
Where'd you go? Chief!
I went to bed multiple hours too late. Was not a good time. Sleep deprivation sucks. I don't even know if it is that or if I'm just fucking tired. You can never trust your own body. It's a shame. It's a shame we have all these feelings meant to tell us when we're in trouble or in danger or doing something unhealthy for us. Yet, if you listen to them, you'll end up getting fat and sleeping too much and just being miserable. That part of our human psychology is really silly, and I don't like it.
We must collect the index before we can activate the installation.
Okay. He doesn't tell us shit, does he? You took my shotgun too, you bastard. But, yeah, I noticed that 343 doesn't really tell you much. He just goes, hey, do this, and then you're put in a situation where you have to do it, I guess. Oh, big guy. I'm gonna go ahead and push on through. I meant to do that. Oh, okay. No, it's alright. I just fucking exploded into a ball of fire. It was cool, at least. That's what matters. All clean. Shit. I guess I gotta pay attention. Wow, pay attention to my radar. Gotta get some range between me and this guy. Alright, there we go. God, I'm so tired, guys. I don't know why. Like blinking and my eyes are getting heavier as I blink. Can't trust your own body. It's really unfortunate. Shoddy. Nice. And some rounds from my my cleaning gun. So one of the things I love about this, I don't know if you can see it in the new version, but you can just sweep and clean right through. Don't got to worry about... Sorry. You don't got to worry about aiming or holding down the fire button for long. You just... Nice and clean. Sorry. Got the sniffles real bad. There you go. It's like 3 of them down. Awesome. So for this mission, it's like, I don't think you can really push ahead because then you just get swarmed and activate more triggers that will activate more flood. So it's far better just to kind of hang back and take them out slowly over time rather than trying to push ahead. Like, you're able to do that with the last mission, but this one, you really need to slow down and take your time. Oh, look, the index. I'm just being a lot longer. I'm getting low on rounds. Wow, why am I so tired? I don't get it. I don't get why I'm so tired. Fuck this guy. Or these guys. Get a full night's sleep, people. Actually, I might go take a nap. I don't know. We will see. The index is right there, though, dude. We can just get the... Like, we can just grab the index without having to pay exorbitant prices to Valve. Like, it's floating right there. Man, the fucking VR Knuckles are, like, the most disappointing shit in the world to me. Because when I heard Knuckles, I thought they would literally be gloves that you would wear as a controller. Like, that's where we need to be. We need to get to the point where it's just one-to-one body to VR movement. What do I think of VR? I think VR is a great idea that still does not have enough good games in it. Like, the big thing for me was like, oh boy, I get to play Ace Combat 7 fully VR, and it's like, nope. Only the VR support's only in the console version and only for a select few levels. So it's really just a waste of time. Like, there needs to be more full actual, like, video games in VR. And there are some good ones like No Man's Sky, Subnautica, Elite Dangerous. Apparently MechWarrior 5 is going to have full VR support, so I'm excited for that. But I have to wait for that to get ported to Steam first. And that's probably for the best anyways because of Steam VR and all that good shit. Uh-oh. No! Okay. You know what? Let's play with fire there. Should have expected to fall and fail. I should have really expected that to happen, and I should have thought it through better. God, why are there so many of you guys? Alright, alright, alright. You enjoy whatever you got going on in here. Let's go 3 for 3. Oh man, I used so much of that shotgun ammo. Alright, like got a full clip. That's good. A lot of hallways of just shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting for these areas. Yay, first of 10. Oh, this level's so fucking long.
You brought such ineffective weapons to combat the flood, despite the containment protocols.
Well, I died for no reason. That was fun.
Puzzling. You brought such ineffective weapons to combat the flood, despite the containment protocols.
No, got the shotgun ammo I needed. Little guys are easy to take care of enough. It's the big guys you gotta worry about.
The flood must not escape the installation. The thing is so old.
It's going. It's going. Wish I wasn't so tired. Damn, I'm glad I didn't do this mission last time though. That would have caused some issues. I would have gotten like super bored about halfway through the about most of the way through the stream. I did drop it a bit early though. I might go take a nap though, a couple hours in to kind of catch up on some of the sleep I lost. I'm gonna stop drinking my Monster, and then when I wake up later, I'll drink the entire thing. Just need to wake up a little bit because I'm just too tired to be streaming right now, I guess. That's the vibe I'm getting, or I might be completely wrong and I might just need to tough it out. I really want to try Halo Wars sometime. I've heard interesting things about it. It's interesting how Halo was originally intended to be an RTS to begin with, so it makes sense to it made sense to make Halo into an RTS. Also, you have a lot of cool factions for it. You have a lot of cool characters and stuff you could use. I wonder how that works out. I hear Halo Wars 2 is also fantastic. So many Dead Flood. Can't see my feet. That's disappointing. Maybe that's what it was like in the original. I just don't remember. Because I played so much Halo 3 and Reach that I'm just used to it by now. Being able to look down and see my character's feet. why do I like to see the character's feet? I don't know. I think it's just an immersion thing. I think it looks cool. I think that if every shooter did it, I wouldn't care. But because so few actually do it, it's like a novelty whenever it happens. It makes you wonder how many of the things that we like are actually based off of novelty rather than any measure of quality. I was just thinking about that because like Star Wars, for example, the sequel trilogy when Force Awakens first came out, I really loved that movie. But I think it's because it was just nice to have a new Star Wars movie that I could unironically say was good. Like all the problems that the prequels had, that movie doesn't have, but it has its own problems that I was able to completely ignore because it was novel. Same thing with Final Fantasy 15. It didn't have any of the same problems that any of the Lightning games had. However, it had a bunch of new problems of its own that I ignored simply because it was novel and new. Really makes you think. You ever wonder, like, if we go back in time and look at like past games of the year, you just play them, and then you're like, man, this is shit. What were we all thinking? I've yet to have that actually happen. Like, I've had situations where, for example, I went back through the Mass Effect series, and I really enjoyed those games, but I didn't enjoy Mass Effect 2 that much because I had my own personal problems with it. And I was like, I was really scared going into the series. It's like, oh my god, is Mass Effect 3 going to completely invalidate all the good times I had in the previous games? And it didn't at all. I mean, its ending was a bit limp, but so was the ending of Mass Effect 1 and 2. A lot of people forget that they don't put nearly enough detail into those endings to actually explain what happens to your characters after the fact. Like, my favorite character in Mass Effect 2 was Mordin, and Mordin didn't even get a eulogy when he died. Like, I was hoping for a personalized eulogy that I could actually control for each and every character, and that just didn't happen. Or like how Mass Effect 2, they pretend that you, or in Mass Effect 1, they pretend that you saving a bunch of innocent people and letting some politicians die is the renegade decision, when in reality I think that's just the morally right decision. And if you're a politician, and I mean if you're claiming to be a good politician, you would have agreed with that decision because it's the will, like the people matter far more than the government. As those are just some political figures. I mean, wouldn't you want to save a massive number of citizens? Isn't it your job as a politician to support and protect the people that elected you? I don't know. That's just how I look at it, though. And I guess that's the good side of it. It's which a lot of morality systems, especially in like Mass Effect, I can look at it as that's not like an omnipotent rating of morality. It's more just it's my reputation. Am I seen as a paragon of the values that the government of Mass Effect wants to uphold, or am I seen as a renegade who spits in the face of those values? And to be fair, either or could be considered to be bad. But that's one of the things that always rubbed me the wrong way about Mass Effect 1 was that my ending had this kind of dark feeling to it because I let the council die. Now, sure, of course, the consequences of letting that council die was a very human-centric council that exists in the later games. But ultimately, that was irrelevant because all I wanted to do was save lives. I didn't much care for the council or who was on. I didn't really care about who was on the council. It's interesting. There's also other things. Like, I'm not saying the entire franchise didn't disappoint me. Mass Effect 3 really dropped the ball in a lot of ways, but every game in the series dropped the ball in a lot of ways. No proper eulogy for Mordin or the characters that were lost during that suicide mission. Your relationship rating with them controls whether or not they will die, making it so naturally characters you don't care about are more likely to die on the suicide mission. Furthermore, like, why would that affect whether or not they die in the first place? I think ultimately your decisions during that mission should decide, and how upgraded the characters are and how upgraded your war stocks are, should decide whether or not you pass or fail that mission. But again, that's just my opinion. What else? What are some other problems with Mass Effect? Because now we're talking about Mass Effect. There's some major plot problems with Mass Effect 3. With that game trying to be so urgent, it kind of screws itself. And like the Citadel DLC is great. I adore the Citadel. I adore hanging out with all your friends at the end of Mass Effect 3. However, the fact that like literally thousands of human beings are dying on Earth while you're hanging out and partying and having a good time. That's a shame because, well, I mean, that's the problem with the entire game, really. Like every time you're, time wasting and doing RPG stuff, you gotta remember that 1,000 humans just died in the course of that conversation about whether or not Joker wants to get with his robo girlfriend. And the ending's a bit weird in Mass Effect 3, of course. I know what it represents, and I'm okay with it. Like, I like the idea of unification between organics and synthetics being a solution, or a potential solution. At least that's the solution that I chose. However, that was not the original intent from the beginning, and they really didn't plan it out, and you can fucking tell. That seems like an ending they threw together, not at the last second, but they threw it together at some point during development for it to kind of tie together all neatly. And a lot of the times, a slapdash story is way worse than a story that's thought out and well planned out over time. You can write a story that's make it up as you go along, but it's not gonna ever reach the quality of a story that's well written, planned out, and mapped out from the beginning, but it can't be helped sometimes. It also didn't help that the lead writer left halfway through Mass Effect 3's development. Do I like Mass Effect games? I really like them. I adore them. I like if I were to rank them in terms of in order of like which one's my favorite, it would go first one is my favorite, 3 is my second favorite, and then 2. And a big reason with 2 is it's just its gameplay never clicked with me. The entire game I basically played like Gears of War, and I know there's ways you can modify your characters to make them play a lot better, but I just never got that. Like my build in Mass Effect 1 and 3 was built around speed and aggression, and I was never able to get that with Mass Effect 2. It was a lot of just sit and cover and shoot until the enemy dies. Meanwhile, in Mass Effect 1, I was literally running into gunfire, shielding myself and protecting myself while buffing myself so I can get in close with a shotgun blast or a pistol and just finish them off. Using Liar's healing boosts to make my health packs more effective, and having Grunt buff me. Or not Grunt, but having Rex buff me. It was a good time. But in Mass Effect 2, I never got to that point. I think my party was Mordin and Garrus throughout the entire game, to be honest. And I barely used them. I think I just had them in my party because I liked them. I did have Jax sometimes, though. Whereas Mass Effect 3 was back to what it was, in which I went, alright, this is my party, this is my build, this is how I'm doing it, and then I did it like that for the entire game. Speed and aggression, I would like dash into enemies to I would like dash into enemies to recharge my shields, use my melee to recharge my health, and then fight from close range. And when my health got low, I would dash to a different enemy. I would just basically teleport and warp around the battlefield, doing as much damage as I possibly could to single target enemies. And when I got rough and I couldn't continue that chain, I would get behind cover with my SMG and take it from a distance. Uh-oh. That's not good. I think sometimes recover some of this ammo that I'm running past. Fuck you guys. I know when you guys drop shotgun ammo. Ah, there you are.